Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to ROX Rock Box. Hope we've all had a nice day, whatever the weather's been doing in your area. It's been doing a bit of everything here. So, before we welcome tonight's guest, let's just come together how we're all doing. If anybody's got their crystal connections, feel free to pop them up. I know on a Friday we normally lose track of everything because that's our market night, but tonight we can have a little chat there, and it's nice for us just to have a little come together while the technicians are at work behind closed doors, making sure that EVA is coming on okay and everything's smoothly behind the scenes. So, or even what have we been up to today? Have a little couple of minutes of discussion of what we've been up to, how we've been doing. Afraid to inform most people. Hey Julie, and hey Carolyn and Sandra and Leslie and everybody else who is here. Hopefully Natalia is still on here, and hopefully Natalia has seen to contact us on the business page. If you could just message us if you've not. So yes, we've had a bit of rain, but also we have got, the longest day was last weekend. So that means winter is coming. So for me, that is for me to knit a new scarf. So this is my new scarf that is going to be keeping me warm this winter. So that's what I've been doing today. Watching a couple of episodes of Downton Abbey, having a little knit, getting the scarf ready for winter. Hey Nikki, hey Lucy, hi Kim. So yeah, they're lush colours. So I'm using two of the same yarn, but I'm just starting it at different ends. So I'm mixing one colour with another and getting them. So, okay, so Carolyn, Suzalite again. Beautiful this week with your connections to Suzalite. Today I journeyed to the clouds, then came back to my open crown chakra into stillness. A clear quartz was placed into this chakra. Nice. That sounds lush. Oh, Septarian. Let me know how you get on with your Septarian, Ange. It's one of my favourite stones. Love connecting to Septarian. And Julie, you've been sorting some boxes for my gridding crystals. Yeah, I have my sewing box for that. One of those that folds out. I'm sure some of you have seen it when we've been doing the altar grids. That's what I use to store my crystals in, because I generally, when I'm doing healing, I generally only use tumbles. That's the only ones I really use. So I've just, yeah, nice little space there, and majority of them are now are my gridding crystals, because I don't do much healing now. I do the workshops and teach you guys how to heal yourself, so I don't do much now. So yeah, my tumbles are now my gridding sets. Thank you, Carolyn. It's a lovely, lovely colours. Beautiful, absolutely. So yeah, I'm sure you've seen it, Julie. I know I've just topped it up, so I don't want to pick it up because it will be quite heavy with all that. Hey, Belle. So are we all ready? I have seen that the lovely lady is down below. So I think that she is ready. I think she is sorted. We'll soon find out. We can leave her if she's not ready, but I think she might be. So, oh, thank you, Natalia. And because I don't have Facebook on here when I'm doing this, I only go through the platform of StreamYard. Natalia, have you got in touch with us? Because you were one of the lucky people that Eva wants to connect with this evening with your palms. So if you can drop us a message on the business page if you haven't already done so. If you have, ignore me. It's just I've got no notification of that happening. But please do. And thank you so much for that. All of your knowledge is amazing. Your connections are brilliant. So Leslie, you didn't connect, but I meditated and was joined by a dragon who was the shimmering colours of labradorite. And I said it right today. I always struggle with labradorite. Beautiful, beautiful. And Lucy, amethyst connection. I was inside a massive purple bubble of light, which also had green and white within it. I was really small in the middle of it, and it seemed really sad, but I don't know why. Then Taylor Rose came in the room, and my connection went. Okay. Okay. I mean, you've got the green there, which could be resonating with your heart center. And then you've got the white, which is the knowledge, the knowing, the higher crown chakra, which is what you're working on at the moment with amethyst. So it might be there. And amethyst is your general healer. So there might be something there that just needs to come about. And that's where the bit of sadness came into. But whatever's going, let it go. Thank you, Natalia. Okay, so I won't keep you waiting any longer. I see the beautiful lady is fanning herself, so she must be getting quite warm where she is, bless her. For you who were here on Wednesday, this lady doesn't need any introduction of how amazing and beautiful her energy is. But if you wasn't here on Wednesday, she took us through the art of tea leafing, and I can't remember the proper name of tea leaf reading. And so tonight she's coming back again to show us the art of palmistry, palm reading. So please give a warm welcome to the beautiful Eva May.
Hello. Sorry. Hello.
Hello. I can hear you this time. We don't have no palaver.
No, and
How are you?
I didn't realise that you could see me in the waiting room, so I'm doing.
Big Brother is always watching, Eva. Big Brother's always watching. Yeah.
I'm there being stupid with the extra hand.
You're all good. All good. Thank you so much. And first of all, for coming back to give us a bit more of your knowledge to the viewers. I know it was short notice, but thank you so much for stepping in and talking to us tonight about palmistry.
No, thank you for inviting me back. I hope it's not too soon for everyone.
Well, do you know what? I was thinking, oh, is it too soon to have you back? Because you're only here on Wednesday. And then I remembered we had a similar situation with the lovely Hilary Stanley. She did 2 slots in a row. And, you know, I don't know whether you look back at the comments after Wednesday night, but they loved you and they were
that's nice. I didn't realise I could look back. I'll have a look if I can.
Yeah, look back, either on YouTube or on our business page. The videos are all stored there, so you can look back on the comments. The comments will only be on Facebook because that's all they comment on. And yeah, and then last night when I broke the news that you'll be coming back, and would people send in pictures of their palms? I think the response that you had clarifies that they wanted you back.
No, that's been nice. It's been palm mania here all day today. I'm seeing lines in front of my eyes, you know, squinty. So I'll do my best.
Bless you. I know. I mean, obviously, under the current circumstances, face to face would be best. Well, face to palm, palm facing would be the best way. So we are going to make means of how we can do this via technology. So please don't, give this lady a little bit of breathing space, because obviously, what we can see through computer screens can be completely different to what we can see in the flesh. But yeah, would you like to explain a bit about palmistry? I'll let you take the reins from here.
Yes. A little bit of very brief history, because I'm not a terrific historian by any means, but it's basically as old as the hills. They found evidence of palm reading in hieroglyphics in Egypt. They were clever, weren't they? And then in China and India, and then moving on from that, the Romans got hold of it, as they did with most things, and spread a trail of it on their travels, which was brilliant until the church got wind of it.
Okay.
This is like a concentrated history. This is thousands of years in like 1 nanosecond here. Church got wind of it, announced it as pagan, and as you know, they weren't keen on pagans and started burning witches. So, yeah, burn the witch. So, it's pretty lucky that I can do this today without fear of being burned. But it's a funny old world at the moment. Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows? One thing for sure, we need people like you in the world who can give us a little bit of insight in, our lives. So, yes, one thing's for certain, you're not going to get burnt. Okay. Our Prime Minister will be on that.
People that know me well, if there's anybody watching that knows me well, I'm pretty dangerous with anything to do with matches, fire. Very dangerous. Best kept away from things like that.
Is this why you are wearing red tonight?
Yeah, red for danger.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You look like you're in your own power wearing that red.
I am.
So yeah, it is a very old art form of divination, and and this is why I've enjoyed having you here, because again, like we said on Wednesday, tonight, palmistry, you don't see many people doing this anymore.
No, I think I know why. I mean, I came across it quite by accident, and sort of got a slight interest in it. I can't remember when now. I'm not good at when things happen. Like I said, history, not my thing. But I got absolutely bitten by the bug of palm reading. And it's like, how can I explain it? It is like learning. It's almost like being born freshly again and having to learn how to speak. Well, not just speak, and walk and talk. There is masses, and I'm learning all the time. And it is just very, very involved. Yes, it's a massive job to learn palmistry, basically. And it's been all consuming. So, which is brilliant. I love it. It's absolutely fascinating. And the bottom line is that we're all born with lines on our hands. and they start to develop in the womb at about, in the first 3 months, and then we're actually born with this set of lines, and they change as we mature. I mean, before I started doing this, I thought that you were born with these lines on your hands and that's it, that's the lines on your hands, but that's not the case at all. They change, and they, as you mature, and depending on the life decisions that you make. So, for example, with tarot reading or lots of other divinations, crystals and everything, you can get up in the morning and do a reading, and with the tea leaf reading as well. But with palm reading, they don't change like overnight. So you're looking at maybe a 3-month, 6-month, or a yearly reading, just to see the subtle differences, and they can be very, very subtle, but there is no doubt that they will be different.
Yeah.
So not set in stone at all. And it is fascinating. People ask me, when I started doing it, they would come to me and ask me about their health and what could I see as far as their health. I got people coming to me that were very ill and asking me how long they were going to live, and that's not a terrific thing to have to deal with. And my answer, as with any reading I'm giving, is with palm reading, it is a little different to the tarot and everything, in that there are medical things you can see with the hands. Because it's not just about the palm, it's about the whole hand or hands.
Yeah, so you might see some symptoms, you might see something in the flesh on the...
Yes, that's absolutely. So you might see something with the nails or the ridges and everything else that's completely to do with the hands. There's masses written on this. It is an accepted form now of looking to see if there's something wrong with someone.
Yep.
Medically and scientifically. But my answer is always the same, and that is, well, fine, I can look and see how your hands are today, but if you're going to choose to go crocodile wrestling next week or shark fish, swimming with sharks or something, then it's going to be a whole different thing. So I choose not to share health things with someone.
Yeah, I don't know what...
That's pretty wise with any reading, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that is it, but I don't know what it is, but it is a fascination with people when people can, when you're into divination, it's got to be the top question people ask: when am I going to die? It's like, it is always, people are fascinated by it. When am I going to die? What's, how am I going to die? It's like, let's just concentrate on the living, shall we? Let's just concentrate on your future of living, and let's just do that. But
do you get that with crystals? Do you get that when you're reading crystals?
I've only just started reading crystals. Only 3 weeks ago I started reading with crystals. So yeah, I've not had people ask me questions. I tell them.
Yeah, that's very wise.
Approach.
Yeah.
That's the easy approach. Don't ask them for questions. Don't give them the opportunity to ask. You just tell them.
Yeah, you're alive now. What more do you want, really? You could. Well, it's way too complex. Way too complex. So it's best. So put that to one side. You're born with these lines on your hands. They are going to change.
More so, because I was always told that your writing hand, because I'm left-handed, so that will show me the life that I've made for myself, and the right hand, because it's not the one that I use, is the life that I should have had, or something like that.
It's again, I've sort of I've thought about this a lot today, because when, as you said, I do a face-to-face reading, palm reading, it's very, very different to this new way. And I've done a few things online like this, but it's very I use a combination myself of very, very old techniques, because I love the very old ancient. Some very, very new ones, a new look at palm reading. But the honest truth is that I every single person I do a reading for, I use different things and I see different things. So it's not just about the lines on their hands, it's about how they're holding their hands, how one hand to the other, and you don't get a lot of that over the internet. And there's and how they are. I'm reading, if somebody comes to me for a reading, I'm reading their hand from the minute they walk up to my table, if it's at a psychic fair. I'm reading them, their hands and them from then. Shouldn't really tell people that. And from the minute I touch their hand, I'm reading their hand or hands. Sometimes I only look at one hand. I only need to look at one hand. And sometimes I look at the backs, and sometimes both. The rule is very, very different to the tea leaf reading. The rules with palm reading are there are no rules.
No.
And I actually, when I'm doing face-to-face, I don't pay an awful lot of attention to the what they call the major lines.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't, they're there, they're interesting, but they're not my main thing.
Okay, nice. I can't wait for this to be over and done with. You are on my top 5 people that I want to meet in person. And you know, have a go at some of this face to face, because it's always gripped me. Tea leaves, palmistry, it's always been in the front of my mind. It's always fascinated me, and I've loved looking at my lines. And you do notice when they change. I mean, you know, as you get older, you do get more lines. I can't remember looking at my hands and thinking, oh, they're really nice and taut, and you know, there's not many lines. And then a few months later, I look and go, oh, I think I need an iron.
That's right. Yeah, and lines will come and go depending. And I will give a little bit. What I thought I'd do, and knowing well how it went the other evening, I've actually got. Don't think me rude, but I've got my laptop here. I'll bring it into screen so you don't think I'm just staring at the wall, because some people kindly sent me lots of palm readings, and I've got them all saved here so that I can look at them here and talk there. So that's why I've got my laptop there today, and I can just get a better close up on there than I can on the screen there.
So would it be easier when the people come on? Would it be easier just to have you and that person, and you refer to your laptop for their hand?
Yes.
Would that be okay?
So
that's great.
Me and the person and the pictures on the laptop.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
But what I'll do as well is I think people might want to follow along a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I've got a big hand print there, and I'll point out and draw some of. I feel like a school teacher.
Teach me, darling. Teach me.
What I'll do is I'll draw some of the lines on here, some of the things I'm pointing out, so that everybody can see.
Absolutely.
As we go along, and then I'm happy to take questions. If I can answer them, I will. If anybody has a magnifying glass with them, then you might need it. All right. I won't be able to use that today. I was
in town the other day, and I thought to myself, oh, I need a tape measure.
Yeah.
And I also need a magnifying glass.
Really?
And I couldn't think to the life of me, where would you find a magnifying glass? Where would you shop for a magnifying glass? I have, it's one of those things that gets handed down.
Yeah. So. I've got lots. I've got lots of all different ones for different parts of the hands as well.
Okay.
Because one of the things that doesn't change on your hands, you're born with them, and they're there until the day you leave the planet. are your fingerprints. There is no hiding from your own fingerprints. Okay? I'm going to ask you, you said you had good eyesight, and I don't know if anybody else does. And I did send you a crib sheet, didn't I?
You did.
I sent a crib sheet, and we'll put that up on the screen when we're talking about fingerprints, probably.
Sure.
And then people can look at their own fingerprints and see if what I'm saying actually makes sense to their fingerprints.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, would you be happy for me to put that onto the business page?
Yeah.
If people want to download it and look at it.
I presume so. I mean, I find that online, so I think by the time anybody works out that there might be a copyright on it, it'll be gone again. So I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure it'll be
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll have it up on the screen here to go. But if anybody wants a copy that they can refer to later on, we'll put that up on the business page so people can check. I mean, I've lost count the amount of police stations have got copies of my fingerprints, so I'm well, I'm well known with my fingerprints. People know my fingerprints, but they know my name.
Good. I'm not saying anything here. I'm innocent, obviously. You can see that. Nobody ever. I can get away with anything. Nobody. They look at me and they think, no, she'd never do that.
No, absolutely. Butter wouldn't melt.
No. So, yeah, where are we up to? So this is going to be a little bit more random than the other day, I think. And like I say, if anybody's got any questions as we go along, I'll stop and answer questions.
Yep, we'll monitor that, and if anyone puts up a question, we'll let you know.
It is a very, very personal thing, and it is usually, like I say, very, very touchy-feely. Before I start doing the readings, there's something that you might all want to have a go at.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course I can't see anyone. So I'll tell you what, we'll do it as a bit of an experiment, okay? I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm taking, it doesn't matter which hand, if everybody wants to have a go, just bending their thumb. See how bendy their thumb is going back. Go backwards. More sort of that way. Yeah, how bendy is your thumb? Okay. And the same with your fingers. How bendy are your fingers? I mean, my thumbs go right back. I'm double jointed. I can do it with my shoulders as well, but I won't. It'll make people sick. So yeah, just how bendy are people's thumbs and fingers? Yeah. Okay. That's a really good start if you want to read somebody's hand. Is ask them to do that, and looking at you, because you're the only person I can see. And I will do your palm properly, but my first observation with that is that your willpower is not terrific. And I don't know if anybody wants to comment on the comments thing, see how many other people comment whether their willpower is good or not. That's quite polite, isn't it? Not so terrific.
Yeah, not so terrific. Yep.
AKA rubbish. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did anybody else comment on that, or are they too embarrassed?
Not yet. No. But I'm sure we can grill those that are coming on. We can see what their willpower is like, shall we?
Yes.
We can test those. Yeah, yes. So ladies, you better start stretching.
Should we do it?
Shall we get the first person up?
Yes, because this could take a while, couldn't it?
It could.
Well,
and
what I'll do is there's most of the people, I'm going to give two slightly longer ones. One is you and one is Nikki. But most of them, I'm just going to do really, really short reading, because the pictures they sent me, I can't really see. So I might be able to draw a bit more out of it with Julie, Angela, Jane, Natalia. But actually the pictures, they came up really, really small. But maybe once we start talking and I can see on the screen now, it might be a bit better.
Okay. Absolutely.
Is that all right? Yes?
Absolutely. Nikki is saying that hers is not very bendy, and she's on about a 10th attempt of giving up smoking.
On a 10th, I'll talk to Nikki. Nikki
10th
Thomas.
attempt. Yeah. So clearly her willpower is about as good as mine.
Yeah.
Hillary Stanley.
Is she not bendy, did she say? Or she is bendy?
She's not very bendy. I'm on my about 10th attempt of giving up smoking.
Okay.
Hillary Stanley, she said she is. Hillary Stanley, she said that she's stiff and rigid.
Yeah.
Sandra James is not very bendy. Leslie Patricia Cohen, my flexibility is nil.
And how is their willpower? Would they like to mention back how their willpower is?
Yes.
Does it correspond? I'm well bendy. Who put that? I'm well bendy.
That's my husband. He's about as bendy as a wooden gate.
Okay.
No, his willpower, he is very bendy, and his willpower is good. Angela is not very. I think that's for her willpower.
Okay.
So, right, shall we get the first person up and running for you, sweetheart?
Absolutely.
Because we don't know how long this is going to be, but we're going to take our time. It's going to be a nice, relaxing evening.
Yes.
So who's the first person you would like?
Let's do Julie.
Julie Moody. Okay. So just give us a couple of moments because Adam should be sending the link via private messenger to Julie.
Okay.
But as soon as I see her pop up in the waiting room, I will we will bring her on, and then I will disappear. This will be for you too. I'll be gone because I find I know we're out on live, but it's a little bit more personal.
It is still personal, and I because of the fact we're online and there's lots of people watching, I'm going to keep it quite general. And things that I maybe wouldn't normally say, I would normally say, I'd probably just leave them out. So I'm not going to go into big depth with anyone. I think it would be too much.
But don't forget, for everybody, if you want more in depth, if you actually want a session, please look up Eva on Facebook or her website and book in a session. I certainly am. I'm going to, but I want to wait until we can do this face to face.
Absolutely, I'll come down.
Oh, will you?
Yeah, you're not that far. I'll come to you.
You could come down and we'll have a fresh brew. Absolutely. Oh, we do have our first lady in the waiting room. Okay.
Excellent.
Are you happy for me to drop down and for Julie to come in and you take it from there?
Yeah, sure.
I'll see you on the other side, Eva. Okay. Treat her nicely. She's a good friend of mine.
Okay. Hello. No pressure.
Hiya.
Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
Wave. I've got so many hands here. Look, I've got my own ones, that one, and this one to wave with.
Oh, that's a very nice one.
It is, isn't it? Very nice.
Yeah. That's a very nice one.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much.
Come closer. Don't be afraid. And are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. Because what I don't know is if the picture you sent me, it's really small, Julie. Okay, but I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't enlarge, but I don't know if it's flipped on the image. But don't worry. Just hold your hands up.
It was actually, the picture was taken by my husband, so my hands are flat. So the right hand would have, I'm trying to think, the thumb would point out to the right. So it would be.
You see where on the picture?
Yes.
Where the black is, where one goes over the edge on the black. Is that your right or left hand?
That's my left hand.
Perfect. Okay, that's fabulous. Oh, that's good. You're going to leave the picture up there as well. That's really good. Okay, thank you. So the first thing my first observation with your hand, and give me feedback as we go. I look for the unusual. And the first thing that strikes me with you is busy, 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 busy.
All right.
Busy mind.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really
Lots of that.
Lots of that going on. And that's the first thing that jumps out at me is just that incredibly busy mind, analysing everything.
Yes. Yeah, I probably do. Overthink things.
Overthink. Yes, that's what I mean. It's yeah, I've got it written down because I looked earlier. Yeah, you've got a tendency to overthink situations, and that could maybe lead you to go round and round in circles a little.
Definitely.
Yes. It takes quite a while to build up that many lines on your hand to that extent of thinking. It's not a criticism, you understand. It's an observation. No. All I can tell you is what I see.
Yes. Yeah. There are quite a lot of hamster moments that go on.
Yeah. I can see that. And for people that are looking at the picture, look down at your own hand for a minute and compare the amount of lines on your hand to the lines on Julie's hand here. And I would imagine, and please comment, if anybody's got this volume of lines on their hands, again, do you tend to analyse and overthink and have this busy, busy, busy mind going on, which is exhausting. You have got, and I'm just going with my observations here, you have got quite a lot of stress lines.
Okay.
Would that be right, from quite a while ago?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do something for me?
Yep.
You're right-handed, yes? With your left hand, I want you to, it's difficult to show, take your thumb of your left hand and just press into your right hand. But I want you to look at it. And, you know, when you hold it there, it'll change colour for a minute.
Left hand into my right hand.
Into the ball there, into there. I'll point into there.
So my left hand pressing on my right hand.
Yeah, sure.
And
with
yes,
your thumb.
I can see it.
Can you see it?
I can see it starting to change and go white.
Okay, and then when you let go, just tell me, does it come back quite quickly to colour?
No, it takes quite a while to come back.
Okay, so what that tells me, and I'm not going to, in a normal situation where I'm doing a face-to-face reading, I would inspire to move you on, nudge you to move you on from whatever that is, because I'm not convinced that's gone yet.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
I think would it relate to physical issues as well?
It could.
I think that's probably, particularly as I think by it being there, that's a lot to do with the area that I have issues on, as far as my physical being is concerned.
What, your hands?
Yes. So not necessarily in my hand, but in my body. The point there relates to a particular area in my body.
That's interesting.
So that at the moment can't be resolved because I'm waiting for for COVID-19 to go away.
Okay, that's interesting. And obviously we won't share that now, but that is it's very, very hands-on to palm reading, and so that would explain that, wouldn't it? Obviously, that was my observation.
Yes.
That makes complete sense, and it is all tied in because it is medical. And I was trying to find images to show everybody and I couldn't find any online, but I have got them in a couple of books where there's pictures of somebody's lines on somebody's hands just normally, and then there's pictures after they used to do that terrible thing where they attached all those electrodes to people's heads and zapped them for mental health. And there'd be like normal amount of lines, and then there'd be like quadruple your amount of lines. And well, more than that, just, you know, all you can see is lines. And so it's very obvious from that the lines on your hands are very much associated with your brain and your whole being.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is fascinating. So that would explain that. I've gone off on a tangent, haven't I? So
no, that's fine.
So you've got what else did I see with yours? Oh, things jump out at me, you see. Things suddenly jump out at me. Let's see what you've got here. Teaching, coaching. There were a couple of people I noticed had teachers' squares.
I have done in the past.
Yeah. Teaching and coaching is good. But you have got so many, you've got just masses and masses of lines on your hands. I'll show you. Oh, let me talk, and I'm going to talk about the major lines just a little bit as we talk to different people here, as I talk to different people. And let me mark them on here. Oh, I don't think we need to. It's on the screen. But with the lifeline, traditionally goes around there like that. I can do it on here. And I will tell everybody now that's watching, size doesn't matter. Okay? And it's nothing to do with how long your lifeline is. It's nothing to do with, and I'll just do it, if I do it round, it sort of goes somewhere like that. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So it's nothing to do with how long it is, how anything else, how, you know, whether you're going to live for a certain amount of time because it's that length. Yours is there. It's perfectly average. It is just covered with a lot of these other lines, but we sort of know why now, don't we?
Yes. Yeah.
And it does make it quite difficult to pick that out. What you can see from the major lines, and I'll draw it on here. I'm doing like a quick hand reading example. Sometimes you'll see, I don't know if that works like that, you'll see little like wavy, you can see them on any of your lines, of the major lines. You see little things like that called islands.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
On some of the lines, it's difficult to pick anything out from yours. But other people might pick them out on some of the major lines, and that's times of stress or worry or concern on any of the lines. Okay. So you can see when people have had stress and worry and things like that. Let me see what else I can pick out from you. Oh, I think you've got like a mystic star. I was surprised I couldn't see one earlier on anyone, but I've just picked one out. And that's going to be, I expect you all want to know, because you're all going to be looking there to see if you've got a mystic star. It can be pretty well anywhere, and I'm just going to draw a star on there so you know what you're looking for. You've got one, and it's about there. It looks like a spidey. Can you see it on your hand?
Oh.
It depends on the light. So you're obviously in touch with your psychic awareness and everything.
Good. I like to hear that.
Yours was only a quickie.
Yes.
If you like. How's your sleep?
Very disturbed.
Hmm?
Very disturbed.
And the reason I ask, and again, I expect other people will want to see that as well. I'm going to draw the sleep lines on here. On people's fingers. You're all going to be looking down now. Seeing if you've got lines like that on your hands.
Oh yes. Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're quite deep, and sometimes they're just little shallow ones. But they will go if you get better quality sleep, if and when.
Right. Mine are quite deep.
They are.
Yes.
They are quite deep. Have you got any questions for me? That's it.
Oh.
I was like, some different things jump out at me. Out of curiosity.
Yes.
When you were little,
right.
Did you? I know this might sound a bit strange. Did you live in two places, or were there two homes involved, or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've not seen lines do that, or yeah, so interesting for me. And I'm not going to delve today. Again, normally that would make more of a it's more of a conversation when you're face to face with people.
No, it's fine. I mean, my parents were divorced when I was very young, so I lived between mum and dad. So that's why I had two homes.
Yeah, two. Yeah, and it's quite obviously as well, and it's on your left hand. And if you look at so many lines here, it's basically I think it's too difficult to show people on the screen, to be honest, but it does show on your hand. Yes. Which is why I'm here and what I'm doing, isn't it? I'm just seeing if anything else jumps out at me. I've been staring at you lovely people's hands all day, but it is better when you've got the person there.
It's very fascinating when you look at hands, and as you say, there's lots of different things that obviously you pick up from them. And see, is there any relevance to the fact of on the right hand there's a sort of a gap in the middle, like a star thing in the middle? Does that mean anything?
On your right hand?
Yes, there's sort of a like a not a star, but a triangle-y bit in the middle there.
Good with money.
Sorry?
Are you good with money?
I am now, yes. Never used to be. Much better now.
There you go.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, that's probably what that is. Yeah. Money related. That would be money related in my mind.
Thank you.
And again, different people read hands in different way. You're good with your hands. Yes?
Yes.
Practical.
Yes.
Gardening?
No, not particularly.
No,
not particularly gardening. No.
Just good with your hands.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did you have another question for me?
No, I don't think so. Thank you very much. That's quite fascinating.
It is. Like I say, if we were face to face, then I would be, not delving is the wrong word, but just finding out a little bit more.
Yes.
About all the things, but this isn't the time or place for it, is it?
No, that's lovely. Thank you very much. That's very interesting.
But all good. You're all good. You've just got this busy mind. You need some crystals from Dan.
Yes. I've got a few of those. I've got a few coming as well, actually.
Oh, excellent. Mine arrived today. Yeah. So lovely to meet you.
Thank you. And thank you very much.
Know where you can find me. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome. Beautiful. Look forward to seeing you this week.
Yes, we'll catch up soon.
Absolutely gorgeous. Is
he going to cut me off?
Oh, he will do. He's the bugger for that. He will cut you off. I don't know if I can say bugger at 10 to 7 in the morning, but I said it. But yeah, he should be letting you go unless we're in a trio. Or am I going to let you go? I'll remove you, Julie.
Thank
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was amazing. Oh, I love it.
I it looked all right from the other side, if you like, because it is really very personal, and it's so difficult to not say, not say anything and not.
I mean, for me, because I'm on a very my laptop is big, but the actual screen that StreamYard gives me is like that. So when you and Julie become passport size, you are tiny. So for me, I could just see your drawings that you did, but I'm sure for everybody else, I think there was no comments going up saying that we couldn't see.
Okay.
So perfect, absolutely love that. Shall we get the next person on?
Let's do it. Who have I got?
Well, you just had Julie. Who's next? Sorry, sweetheart.
It can be Angela if you like. Her print she sent me are really, really small, so this is going to be really, really quick. And again, I've only got the passport size pictures on my screen, so I can't see her hands even if she really shows them to me.
No problem. So Biggles should now be contacting Angela via Messenger to send her the link, and then as soon as she pops in, I'll pop her up for you.
Fantastic.
But this is working. I was just sitting there thinking, you know what? This could be the new Saturday night TV show,
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Eva May reads the world.
Yeah, why not? I like that idea. I've got to do something. Yeah, good idea. Well, we didn't talk about her fingerprints, but to be honest, her fingerprints, because she has got all those lines, I couldn't see even with the pictures here, and I think she'd be struggling to identify the fingerprints. So if she's got a crime she wants to commit, or if we want her to break into the Tower of London, she's our woman.
Oh, okay.
Or rob a bank.
Maybe the Natural History Museum.
Julie, if you're still listening, we've got a bit of a job for you.
Yeah, I'd wanted to go into the Natural History Museum and steal some crystals and gems from that department.
Oh, I know the person who looks after them.
Do you?
Or he did. I think he's changed jobs, but he did look after them there. I'd forgotten about that. How random is that?
That is very random, and especially I've just blurted out on live that I want to go and rob the National History Museum.
Yeah,
and you know,
he's changed jobs now, but he did used to do that. And a guy called Chris Power, and yeah, he used to oversee it all. But I'm sure he knows who's looking after them now, so I'll give him the nod.
Yeah, if they want a cleanser, tell them I'm available to go around and cleanse those crystals. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got Angela.
We will have in a minute. Adam's just setting up the palms, and then we're doing
them body part by body part. But you can read feet. You can read feet. I know a foot reader. Really?
Yeah, Rod. I should actually get him on for a chat. Why have I not thought of Rod? Yeah, he's a foot reader, because we did have a little joke last night on the market. In fact, I had finished doing the market at 5:02, and we were still talking about you at 1:15, because I was saying about sending in palms, and then people said, do we send them to Eva? And I was like, well, yes, I don't want to wake up tomorrow morning to all these palms. And then people were saying, well, we'll send you pictures of our butts and pictures of this, that, and the other. So, yeah, the conversation did go a bit awry, but we did bring it in. So, yeah, it's Judy has just commented to say thank you so much, Eva.
Oh, she's very welcome. And like I say, she's our bank robber.
She is. And quite a few people have been looking for their money mark.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, since they've shown me,
hold on, I'll draw it for people. So in the middle of your hand, back here, some people might have a triangle. Has anybody got it? But sometimes sometimes it's closed like that, and sometimes it's open, and sometimes it's not even there.
Oh, yes, I think I have.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah. And
when I get looked.
we've got the new, we've got Angie on now.
Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
Ready, steady, go.
All right, sweetheart. I'll back down, and Angie will come up.
Thank you. Hi, Angie. Hi, got you. You're very, very nice. Well, you're very, very small, and actually, maybe you are just a very small person, because the pictures you sent me, I can't enlarge them. It's really weird.
Yeah, I'm not
really
quite
weird.
sure what.
That's almost better on the screen there. Are you right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
And on the picture that you've sent me, you're not wearing any rings. There's like on one of the sides, there's like a swirl thing, a circular thing, and the other side, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I'll just go with the flow.
Yeah,
I'll go with the flow with you, if that's okay.
I think the right is on the right of us. I think
okay. Okay, and you're right-handed, yes?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Okay, so for people watching, the lines are more obvious on your hands, aren't they? Than, yeah. Although if you look while we're on the topic, on your left hand, you can see the money triangle. But interestingly, it's on your left hand.
What does that mean?
Does
that mean I've had it and lost it?
Well, oh no, hang on a minute. So I can see it on your right hand as well. It's just slightly over. I can't see from the picture if it's closed or not. But it's a funny thing with people. It can mean that they're really, really good with money, but that sometimes that isn't a good thing. It might be because they have to be.
Yeah, that's certainly.
So it's not always looking at it and going, oh yay, yippee, you've got a money triangle. There's an awful lot more to it than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your lifeline there is very, very prominent, which is good, which is great. I would say you have, I'm just trying to see the tops of your fingers. You've not cut the tops of your fingers off, but I can't see the lengths of your fingers. Just for me for a minute, just hold up your right hand and bend the middle finger back.
Oh.
And tell me which is longest, that finger or that finger? Your index finger or your ring finger? Which is the longest finger there?
Ring finger.
Ring finger's longest?
Yeah.
On your right hand, yeah? Okay, cool. Yeah. On the picture, it didn't look like it, so that gave me a different view. So what else can I see from your... You've got some very good lines. You've got some very good lucky lines on your wrist there. They're good. Oh. Very strong lucky lines.
That's great.
You've got let me see. I'm peeking at these very small. Ask me a question.
I was just wondering if you can tell if there's a change of career at all at any point.
Oh, let's have a look. Okay, so while we're on that, then here's my suit. I feel so much like I feel more like a school teacher than a reader this evening. Okay, so we're going to talk about the fate line, which is going to go anywhere. Everything's random, but let's just presume it's going straight up, and it's going straight up there. But it probably isn't, and it might not even be there. And sometimes it doesn't start until there. But somewhere between there and there, you might have a fate line. Can you see one?
I'll just get my magnifying glass.
Oh, well done. Yay, magnifier. Fantastic.
I'd love to say I got it specially, but I'm afraid it kind of, yeah.
That means I can do more with you. That's good than I originally thought. So that's great. Because the picture on your... I can't see on the prints that you've sent me, so I'm going to have to rely on you to look at yourself. So you're looking at a line that's going, oh look, on this hand. It's going straight up the middle there somewhere. I haven't got sheep in here, people. It's the clock. Right. So up there.
I don't know if I've got one here.
Oh, can't see your hand.
Can you see? I don't know how closely.
Coming in. Sorry if I'm too close. It might freak people.
I think my hand is probably worse for them.
No. I think you have. Change of career. Oh my goodness. I wish I could see better. I'm just peeking now at your hands on the screen here. Right, here's what I think I can see, but I am only saying what I think I can see.
Yeah.
If you look around here, you've got a line that starts to go up the middle, and then you've got what's called your headline. So you've got your heart line at the top, if we're going old-fashioned, and then your headline is the next one down, yeah?
Yeah.
And up the middle, you've got a line, and it's stopping at the bottom there, and then it's got a gap. But then, from what I can see, it's starting up again there and going up and between your fingers there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I can't see if there's anything in between that gap. Can you see?
It doesn't look like it to me. Okay,
so that makes me think that there might be something there and it's really small and you need a really good magnifier, really, really powerful one. So there might well be one there. But that is possible, that a definite career change, I would say. And it's very, very different from whatever it is you're doing now.
Oh, okay.
I would say, yes, that's entirely possible, looking at what I've got.
Okay, yeah, because I've just been thinking how much longer I can physically do the job I'm doing, but actually, just trying to think, what on earth would I do? And actually, is it possible for me to change to something totally different?
Yeah, well, it is. And it would be something completely different because, if the lines overlap, then it can be that you're doing something very similar, but in a different way and better or something like that. And you haven't got that from what I can see here. It looks like a complete break and a complete change.
Wow. Thank you.
Exciting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Exciting stuff. Because you've got the magnifier and while people are watching, just look for me at look at your fingerprints a minute.
Yeah.
On your right hand, you're right-handed.
Yeah.
What can you see on your thumb what your thumbprint is? Is it round in a circle or is it an arch? Oh, can we have the fingerprint thing on the screen, please?
Do you know, the top of my thumb is quite dry from washing my hands quite a lot. So I'm struggling to...
Try the other hand then.
Make it out.
Yeah, your hand says you need hand cream. That's what I see in your hand. You need some more hand cream.
I can't tell. I think it's...
Okay, have a look at the map thing. And I don't know if other people can see that now. If they want to have a look and see what fingerprints they've got. Those are the things, they just will not change ever. And I love fingerprints. I've got an addiction to fingerprints. There's worse things I could have an addiction to, obviously, but fingerprints, I get overexcited really, really quickly. And okay, if you can't do your thumbs, are there any of them that you can see? Are they swirly whirly ones? Like a whirlpool? Or are they like mountains? Or are they...
They're very fat. I don't know if
They're very what?
They're very fat. I don't know if you count that as being a mountain.
They're not fat. What, the fingerprints are fat?
No, my fingers.
Means you're very loving.
Thank you. They've got a kind of a swirl, but I wouldn't. It doesn't go all the way round.
So is it like it might be your, which finger is that on?
On my index finger.
Index finger, right hand. So is
Left-
it sort of
left
more
hand.
of a loop? More of a loop, would you say?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it a very high loop or a sort of middle loop? Or does it loop back on itself?
It kind of goes. It's at middle, but slightly to the side, if that makes sense. Middle in height, but slightly to the side.
It's quite high, did you say?
No, it's middle height.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
to the side slightly.
Yeah. Can you try and see the one on your thumb? Is it, now you know what you're looking for? Is it a loop? What I'll do is, I'll tell you what I'll do so everybody can see what I'm looking for. Is a lot of people have loops on their thumb. Am I in the picture there? Oh, like that. And sometimes loops go that way, and sometimes they go that way. And if they go that way, which is unusual, where the opening is nearer the air, that can be a sign that you really feel you've let opportunities slip you by. But moving on from that a bit, the difficult thing with, or not the difficult thing, but the complicated thing with reading hands is that somebody could have that on their thumb, for example, but that on its own isn't enough to tell what's going on. You have to read the whole everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's unraveling a whole mystery of that person. So it might well be that they've got the loop that looks like they've let opportunities slip them by, but it might not mean that at all. It might mean that they've grasped one opportunity and stayed with it.
Yeah.
So it's not, none of it is directly set in stone. So we can't really see your fingerprints very well, but that's okay. You can have a look, and I think Dan is going to let everybody download that. And if you want to have a look at what fingerprints you've got, maybe in some better light, and then ask, you can always message me anyway on my Facebook group.
Oh,
my Facebook group. Always just drop me a message and go, I know what I've got now. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Have you? Okay, I'll leave you alone with your fingerprints. Have you got any questions apart from the job? And I think there is going to be a big change.
Not really, to be honest. No,
apart from that, everything's good with the picture I can see there. Everything looks good. But yes, I would say there is going to be a good change. There's going to be a good, strong change.
Ah, brilliant. Thank you.
I look forward to finding out what.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah, let me know. Otherwise, I'll never know, will I?
You won't. Thank
All
you so
right.
much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, take care.
Cheers, Angie.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Eva. Bye.
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 1, 2, how am I doing? I've got another 1, 2, 3, and you 4. I didn't realise I was going to talk quite this much. I always start and I think, all day I've been going, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know. I'm not going to have anything to say. What if I just stand there like an idiot?
You'll always find something to say. Hilary Stanley's asked, what if the two thumbs are different?
What with the loops?
It might be. Would that be something that she'll need to send you a picture of?
No, it's fine. What's she got? What's she got on her thumbs?
I don't know. She just put, what if the two thumbs are different?
What's she got? Tell her to message what she's got.
Okay, I will do.
Right hand and left hand. So if she's right hand dominant, just tell her to message what she's got on that one, and then what she's got on her left one.
Okay. Well, Jane can't make it this evening, bless her, who was one of the ladies that we were going to look at because of an appointment that's overran.
That's okay.
Okay. So yes, Hilary Stanley said yes. So it's got to be about the two loops, two different loops.
Okay, cool. Yeah, happy to.
She's got loop. She's got loop on right, mountain on left.
A loop. And which way is the loop? Where's the opening on the loop? Is it near her fingers or near the air?
We'll wait for that. Who's the next person you wish to have on? While we discuss Hilary, we can get the next person on.
Let's do. I'll tell you what, Natalia, because it's going to be quick.
Okay.
And then only because of the pictures.
Yep.
And then Nikki, and then you.
Okay, sweetheart. So we'll organise Natalia, and Hilary says that it's near fingers.
So the opening is near her fingers, yeah.
Yep.
Which is very that's more. I don't want to call her ordinary, but average. That's bad. It's more likely. So that's just a loopy loop. So I would move on from that. If I see and I look for the unusual, I don't look for the. So if I saw one of those, I just move on. Okay. What she got on her other thumb, her left hand, is more of an extreme, like a tented, like an arch. Would that be right?
Yeah. Well, she said mountain on left, but we'll wait for her to comment back on what you
sounds like it. It sounds like that's what it is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
More of an arch.
She has messaged back saying common ? You're not common at all, Hilary. Bless you.
Which explains her other hand, which is quite an extreme person. She can be quite extreme, I would say.
Yes, she said yes to what we discussed about the other thumb. Yep.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to know what she's got on her right hand index finger when she gets a moment.
Okay. No problem at all. And while she's looking at that, Carolyn Biggs, I have perfect whirls on my right on all except the little finger.
Fantastic. And okay, what about the other hand? What about
and on left only index and middle? The others look like two whirls into each other.
Oh, okay. Okay. Who is this?
This is Carolyn Biggs.
Carolyn. Hello, Carolyn. So you need your own space then, Carolyn, don't you? And if there's a box, you're not in it, you're outside the box. Everybody else is doing something one way and you're going, I think there's another 15 ways that could be done. Does that sound right for starters? Has she answered? Or have I insulted her? I mean, this isn't an insult, it's an observation. Can be quite confusing to people sometimes. Which of the fingers you didn't have whirls on? She had whirls on most of them, didn't she?
Yeah, I have perfect whirls on my right, all except the little finger.
Okay.
And on left, only index and middle. The others look like two whirls into each other.
Okay, so a combination of being a this independent thinker, not good at being kept in boundaries of rules and things like that, quite good as an entrepreneur, or somewhere where you can be in charge of making your own rules. The fact that you've got those double whirls on a couple of your fingers is more that you're maybe that could confuse people sometimes, because I don't know if it's well, it's difficult to put into words, that you need to get her up on the screen, really. I need to see this human. So am I getting anywhere near without even seeing you?
She says, yeah, spot on.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But the fact that you've got those double whirls is almost a confusion. If you can imagine a whirlpool that's trying to go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And because of I can't remember which fingers they're on, I would need to see. And my brain doesn't function unless I can see it. Almost like that slight confusion. So it might be that with people, sometimes you come over as like this very confident but if there's a decision to be made, I can't remember which fingers they're on, a decision to be made, you might just beat yourself up a bit with that sometimes or something. I don't know, or just not quite get that out there. But you really need your own space. You need your own thinking space.
Yeah.
Massively.
So take pictures or, well, connect with EVA over the next couple of days and get yourself booked in for a one-to-one. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Okay, back to Hillary.
Who have I got?
Back to Hillary, who
Hillary. Hello, Hillary. Yeah.
She was the lady with the mountain.
Mountain lady.
And then you asked about what she's got on her right-hand index finger.
Yeah. She's
got a mountain on that.
A mountain on her right hand. This is like a test for me, isn't it? It's like, you know, in the fairgrounds or at the holiday camps all those years ago. Remember, I'm very old, and they did the knobbly knee contest, where they'd hide the person, right? They'd hide all the people, and then you'd have just the people, usually men or women, with their trousers rolled up to their knees, and all you could see is their knees, and you had to guess things about them. On who they were from their knees. So Natalia's not here. She can't. Oh, she can't.
Yeah, bless her. So we'll try and get in with Nikki then. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll carry on because we've got to get hold of Nikki and get her on board. So carry on with what you were saying, sweetheart. Oh
no, I was just rambling really. So what you're doing is I've not done completely blind palm reading before. So who is it I just did? I didn't even, without looking at her.
Yeah, that was Carolyn you were going on about the swirls. Carolyn. And now you've gone back to Hillary, who's got a mountain on her index right.
Mountain on her index right, and she's right-handed. Extreme. That basically means extreme. You're an extreme. You can be extreme. What have you got while we're waiting for her? What have you got on? We can't get her hands up. Like I said, this is completely blind.
It's completely blind, but you're doing. But to save your bow, Nikki is here to save your skin.
Hurrah!
But yeah, for like, people,
as if it's not enough doing it over the internet. It's like I'm palm reading for people I can't even see their.
It's like me saying, it's like me now going, Eva, what have I got in my hand? Yes. Absolutely. No, you are doing an amazing job.
I don't want to know what you've got in your hand. Let's presume it's a crystal.
Yeah. Hillary has commented saying you're doing a great job, Eva. So if people want to get involved more, then please do contact Eva afterwards and, show her your goddamn hands. Okay, I'm going to bring on Nikki now for you, sweetheart.
Thank you. Just got her handprints up.
No problem, sweetheart.
You can't make this up, can you?
Oh, you can't. Believe me.
Oh, for goodness sake. Hello, Nikki. I mean, you say, well, hello there. What did you do in the lockdown? Well, I did palm reading where I couldn't even see them. It's a little bit crazy. Thank you. Thank you for sending the best prints ever.
Thank you.
They're really good. And one of your left foot, I think, as well, by mistake. You probably
didn't
even realize. Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Right-handed. And just to check with the pictures I've got, is the one that says Emily on it?
That's my left.
Okay, let me swap them on the screen. That's the one with the foot in it, yeah?
Yeah, that's my right hand.
Which one?
That one there on the screen.
Okay, super. And you are right-handed.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great quality pictures. You know, considering, you know, it's better than you know, at least I can see a bit of what's going on here. First thing that strikes me from the images is that you're good with your hands.
Yeah.
You're practical. You, I would say, are, and again, I'm just saying what I see, that's all. Did you do the thing with the bending them back? Was that you?
Yeah, I'm kind of to about in my thumb.
Medium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so medium. That's okay. I was just checking. And I'd say would I be right in saying that you're quite direct speaking with people?
Yeah.
I don't like to use the word blunt, but
Blunt. Yeah, blunt's good.
Blunt's good. So you have got that direct speaking about you. Although sometimes, even though you have got that bluntness, you might feel like you're not being heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live with teenagers.
Oh, you're never going to be heard.
No.
No, you're stuffed basically with that.
Yeah.
With the children thing, and I don't want to
delve. No, go for it. I'm okay.
You're okay. Well, I was going to say, I don't know whether in having one of them, I don't know how many you've got, and having one of them was a bit more difficult to actually physically have, or if there was a problem there at some stage.
My last one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's amazing what you can pick up from a hand, isn't it?
Definitely.
So I'd say you're pretty determined in everything you do.
Yeah, fairly.
Yeah. You've got, I'm just looking at, oh, did something get in the way of a project or something? Were you going to do something and then you just didn't do it, but something happened to stop it?
When I was younger, I was going to go and work for a racing yard up in London. But
Yeah.
because I had my daughter quite young, I didn't go. So whether that's that.
That would be time-wise. Now, if you look up, you want to know why I know that, don't you? Yeah.
That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, it's just there's a very direct line across your fate line quite early on. So if we go back to your fate line, again, I'm just going with what I see. And I might do it the wrong way round. Hang on, your thumb's that way round. I'm rubbish with stuff like this. So you've got your lifeline going around there. Your fate line is going up there. But you've got going sort of around there. You've got like a line that literally just cuts it off. Cuts your fate line off there. Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's sort of at the beginning of your fate line, your journey. That would be that then, wouldn't it? Where that you were going to do something and then something came in the way and you couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a lot different.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Let me see if I can enlarge that picture a bit more to see your fate line. Can't see it that well from the print, but there was that definite jump there. Apart from that, I can't really see well enough with the rest of your fate line. It just goes straight up basically, but there may be some changes, difficult to see. Again, you've got your fair share of some stress lines going on there.
I've got lots of those.
You have, haven't you? Just noticed
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, there's some stuff been going on there. If stuff covers it, I would say you've possibly early on in life. I'd say probably your family did live together, but it may have been a bit of turmoil there, or was it at school? One or the other.
I left school because I had my daughter quite young.
That would be it then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, turmoil. That's what I see as turmoil. So I don't see
children.
Yeah, they're turmoily, aren't they?
Yeah.
that covers it. Turmoily. Let's have a look at. You've got a lot of caring lines. Are people wanting to see what they are? Do they want to see? Do you want to see what caring lines are? Let's presume they do, shall we? If we look at your little finger there, you've got like stripes, stripies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's people.
Yeah.
That's your caring lines. Could be that you do care for the teenagers, even though they're really annoying.
I do think I'm one of these people that care a little bit too much. Sometimes I should just kind of like leave things to.
But you are who you are, aren't you? Is there so much? I know what you mean. You can overcare. It is an easy thing when you're a caring person to overcare, and particularly when you look at the fact that you don't always feel like you're being heard, and so you want to sort of get that communication over to people, and the fact that they might not get, even though you're direct, they still might not get what you're talking about. Yeah. And so you feel like you're communicating well with them, but they might not quite get it, and you want to care for them, and they're like, they don't quite get it. So you've got to keep doing that caring until they do get it.
It's like, yeah, you tell them and you tell them and you ask them and you ask them, and then like a month later, they wonder why you kind of go up a bit and start like, yeah, you know, yeah.
Yeah, that would be it. Now I can't see your fingerprints on here.
My fingerprints are really they're quite faint actually.
Are they?
Yeah. I've got on my right hand middle finger, I have a mountain with a swell going up the side of the mountain.
You've got a mountain and a swirl.
Yeah. And it also looks like I've got no fingerprint at all on the side of the right, you know, that same finger.
I'm sure you have. But we've got plenty of people here that we could have as criminals, which is fantastic. Yeah. We could start a whole new thing. Have you got any, what else have you got fingerprint wise? Have you got any, what about?
Baby finger, I have a swell.
Like a whirlpool?
No, it's kind of like just going up and down. Yeah. Would that be a mountain? Would that be an arch or a mountain?
It's probably an arch.
Yeah, it's quite a big one.
Yeah, well, that's again your communication. If it's on your little finger, that's to do with communicating, and to do with extreme. So again, you're extreme communicator.
Yeah.
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 That's a good way, isn't it? You're an extreme communicator. That's really good. Nothing wrong with that. Now I reckon you've got a question for me. What question have you got for me?
I don't think I really have none.
I mean, I'd say I don't know how your self-esteem is.
It's not huge. It should be better.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. But that was my polite way of asking, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like I had my daughter when I was 15. She's now 32. I had my youngest is coming up 18 the beginning of next month. and it's like I've got to go now from being mum to being me, and it's yeah, that's a little bit scary. I was saying that to Dan the other night, that that's a weird one.
You look really young.
Well,
You do.
on the outside, maybe not on the inside.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
So yeah, it's a whole new learning thing, isn't it? It's learning to be you. I mean, you'll always be a mum, obviously, because believe you me, they don't just leave you alone.
It's not the same though, is it? It's kind of looking after them and be, you know.
No. It is a very different thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny when the tables turn and they start looking after you as well, isn't it?
Yeah, my eldest does.
Yeah. slightly weird, but
yeah,
no, I know exactly. I understand completely, and particularly when you're so caring, you need to find something else to replace that, really, don't you? And a good starting point would be to care about yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And you saying about the turmoil thing, I think when my 21-year-old was about 6 months old, I started getting like real bad panic attacks and anxiety. And even though they're better, they have kind of like, that was a big life change.
Yeah, panic attacks. I'd like to talk more with you, really. We could talk for hours, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I
mean, if you connect with me, as Dan calls it. Happy to. I mean, I've put together I've put together a thing on my website. If you want to have a look, where I'm happy to sort of. It's my real thing, and I'm keeping it as a bit of a secret at the moment. But it is all about different chapters in people's lives, and I've gone through a lot of chapters in my life, and done complete redesign of everything I do, from mother to lots and lots of different things. And I'm doing a lot of writing about it at the moment, because I think it's never too late to do something different. You're not too old, too young, too fat, too thin, too blah, too whatever. And it's about just taking that jump to being that different person, even though you are still deep down the same person. It's being like the next reinvention of yourself. It's
a different way, isn't it? It's
yeah, and it's massive. I'm really into that. I'm into that as much as I'm into fingerprints, and you can see how much they excite me. So I have put something together on my website. If you want, your best bet is, if you want to message me, okay, just anyway, message me anyway, and we'll have a bit of a chat and see if it's for you. But I've done it so it's not silly money or anything. But obviously, I've got to earn some money. But it's absolutely my specialist thing is reinventing and just helping you through that to get where you need to be. It's all about you. It's not about me. It's about you.
That sounds good. Yeah.
If you want to. If
not,
no, I'll have a chat.
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
No, it sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. All right. Well, if you want to, or if you just want to come by, come and say hi, then just come and say hi as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
All right. Nice to meet you.
See you later.
Okay.
Cheers, Vicky. Speak to you soon, babes.
Wow. Looks like. She's lovely. You know some lovely people, Dan ROX.
They are such amazing people on here. Absolutely. We are organising on the comments a group gathering of people at the Natural History Museum. There's a few people who are in on let's go there and handle some crystals. And also for those of you who did send, for those people who did send in their palms, really sorry, but as Eva said at the beginning, she was inundated with them. But please do get in touch with her afterwards. Either do it online or wait for the whole thing to blow over and then go and meet up with her. I'm definitely going to have you down in Exeter. I might have an open house and have you down here and have a small gathering of us that can come and just what's this? What does that mean? What's this? What's that? Am I gonna die?
It's fake tan. That's the thing. What's that? Did you put fake tan on? Oh yeah.
Oh, bless you, Julie. Oh, you said that I know some lovely people, and she said it's because he is a lovely person.
Oh, it's true.
You just can't pay these people to say that.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah. And Hilary Stanley says, what about a workshop? And
Yeah.
most definitely, I know I am going to get Eva down to do a tea leaf workshop. Obviously, this is charging because people do when they come to do a workshop down at the centre. Once we've fitted Patrick in, once Hilary's come in, I will be getting you down for a tea leaf workshop with a group of us. Maybe it'll be an ongoing thing.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Is there something else that we could do on a workshop? Could you teach us to read, look out at signs for our palms? Could this be a workshop?
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's 2 there for us. There is 2 there.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. Lucy's asked, does the shape of fingers mean anything? Both of my daughter's little fingers are bent in towards her ring fingers like little bananas.
Okay, well, it could be, it's a couple of things. That could just be a medical thing or something, but how old are her daughters?
It's her daughter, but both of her little fingers are bent in with. I've seen her. I would say 4, but Lucy will back me up on that if she can let me know when that is.
Just a little cutie. Just see how they. I don't tend to sort of look at the hands of small people. I had a lady contact me and she wanted me to read her baby's palm, and I was like, really? And it was because most people have got. I
was close. She's 5.
Yeah. So most people, can you see that, have got your heart line and you can call it the headline, whatever you want to call it. Those 2 lines somewhere on their hands. Occasionally, there will be only 1 line and it'll go straight across. No, you haven't got it. I've checked. And that's a simian line, it's called. And there's a lot of things involved with the simian line. It can mean, and this woman's baby had just that 1 line, and it can mean that they've got Down syndrome sometimes and things like that. But on other occasions, it doesn't mean that at all. I think Tony Blair's got 1. So it can just mean that somebody is so blinkered. In fact, I read I've seen 3 in real life, and they're not like that at all. But the woman was very concerned in case it was that, and I just didn't want to be anywhere near that conversation, because it's way too soon to tell anything.
Absolutely.
So with a little 5-year-old, it might just be that it straightens out again. It might just if it was on an adult and 1 finger is leaning really heavily towards the other one, it can be as a way of support, leaning towards a different part of yourself. It's quite complicated, but I wouldn't be concerned at all with a 5-year-old.
No. Also, Sandra has asked, but I think this might be a conversation that Sandra needs to send you a message afterwards, or because she says, what do flags mean on your hand? But obviously that's got to mean whereabouts that is and what sort of shaped flag. Is it triangular shaped or a square flag? So
it might be a square. It's more likely to be a square, I would say. Is it more like a square?
I don't know, but if she will message you a picture of what she means, I'm sure you'll be able to help her out in that way. Okay, Sandra, I have seen that message. So yeah.
I mean, what I need to do, I need to sort something out, because I've been looking at the pictures that I've got. It's taken me all day just to get what I've got. And much as I love reading palms, I can't just spend the next week picking up bits of palms, even though your friends are wonderful. If I do, I don't know, a discount thing or something for your people, because you're getting there.
You don't have to. You don't. This is about you surviving lockdown, sweetheart. So you know, whatever is deemable. I mean, if they get in touch with you and you sort something out, that would be amazing. But you know, I would happily pay full price to have a session with you, sweetheart. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't want to be greedy, but it's the only income I
well, yeah, it's your energy that's coming in. So
palm reading is very time consuming compared to let's have a cup of tea and I'll read your tea leaves.
Yep.
That I can do in half an hour.
Absolutely.
I usually go over, but this is quite a long conversation. I think you can tell that, can't you?
Absolutely.
Just drifting on the edge of people's hands here.
This is it. I mean, you've not even gone into full depth mode. I mean, gosh, I mean, I can imagine if I came to see you face to face, just how in depth you would be able to do it. And this is why I don't think I'd want to see you at a show, because I know it shows with our medium friends, they do like 25 minutes, 20 minutes a read. But for you, I think I would like to tempt you down here with a cup of something and a tray of biscuits or something, and have a good old natter over it.
Yeah, have a good old thing. It is quite involved, and so I'm I can put together something, or we'll work something out. But I suddenly had this thing of, am I going to get like loads of handprints through, which is great. So I'll work something out, and if they come and join my Facebook group, great, and I'll put something on there over the next couple of days. If they don't hear back from me tomorrow, I've got a couple of other things to do tomorrow, but I absolutely will get back to you, and I will put something together specifically for this group of lovely people that have watched me ramble. Okay.
You're a diamond. But you know what? And this is it. It's the fact of, we could have some people that will come on here and they don't need to prep. The fact is, you've not just come on and spoken for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You've had to do a lot of background on it. You've had to do a lot of looking. So, you know, that's in itself is amazing.
It's been lovely, and it's been really, for me, it's been absolutely, apart from hello, and it's lovely, it's been fascinating, and I think it's hysterical that I've ended up doing somewhere I haven't even seen the people at all or their handprints. It's like, really, you can't make it up, can you?
No, but people are saying Lucy will definitely want to see you in person. So it might be that some people are just going to hold off until this is over and done with, and then you're going to get an influx of, I'll keep it quiet when you're coming into Exeter, because some of these people are quite close, and I want you to myself. I'm not sharing you just yet.
Well, I live in Melksham in Wiltshire, but I'm happy to see people here. And in fact, I've got a screen thing. That was the screen, and you can put your hands in underneath. And I've got sanitizer. So I've got a splash guard thing, so you can put your hands in. I can give you a palm reading, and we've got that safety. I'm geared up with that in Wiltshire if you want to come, and I can pass a cup of tea under as well. When all the psychic fairs and things start up again, I'll be doing some of those as well, hopefully. And it depends where your people are, or we can definitely zoom it with a bit more detail. And I think people now realise what good quality pictures I do need to be able to do a reasonable job. So happy to chat. But if people want to join my Facebook gang, it's a gang, remember.
It is a gang.
Not a group, it's a gang. Then,
I did say thank you for allowing me into your gang.
A gang, yeah. Then I will certainly put on there when when there's, a bit of discount out or something, but also when it's all right for people where I'm going and what's going on. Did that make any sense?
It did. It did.
Yeah.
So
it's you.
What did my palm say?
I think it's you. I think it is you now, isn't it?
It's you.
Yeah, great pictures. Well done. And I'm trying to say something a bit different about all of them. So sometimes people give hands names like air hands or earth hands or whatever. I don't pay a huge amount of attention to that. But if I was going to, I would say that your hand is a fire hand.
Okay.
Now, it might be that when I see your hand in real life, I go, oh, no, that was the picture. That's the way you're holding your hand, So it might not be that at all. But that, just to add that in, you've got one heck of a lifeline.
Have I?
Yeah. Look
on my left or right?
I presume, are your rings on your left hand?
Yeah, that's my left hand.
Hang on then, let me swap hands over. So left hand's got the rings on. Oh, where's your right hand gone? Oh, there it is. Hang on.
My right hand is the one with the birthmark, the kiss of the witch.
Oh, that's fantastic. We all need those. Well, I've got one. Definite witch. Yeah, I mean, you've got your lifeline. I know I said size doesn't matter, but it goes swoops right around your thumb. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one heck of a lifeline. You've got your fair share of stress lines going on there. I would say you live life to the full. And talking of changes of direction, you're a lefty, aren't you? Lefty.
Yes.
What did I see earlier when I was looking? I think you've got a change in direction coming. If you look on your hand, let's go back to your fate line again. Hang on, I'll do it on this one. Which goes up here, yeah?
Yep.
And then you'll find it's only subtle. It gets as far as here. And then it stops.
Yep.
And then it starts again, but slightly over a bit. Yeah?
Yep.
That's
I can see that.
Yeah, so that's a change in direction. With work or something. Or what you're doing.
Good.
It looks to me like there's a change in direction there. Yeah?
No more muggle job, absolutely.
Muggle job, yeah. No, we can't be doing with muggle jobs, can we? Doesn't suit any of us.
No, absolutely.
What else have I got with you? Oh, when you were younger, I don't know if there was, going back to direction and things, it looks like there were like 2 or 3 things, but maybe overlapped a bit. Were you running a couple of jobs at the same time or something?
Yeah, I had 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job.
Yeah. That would be it. All at the same time. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're dynamic, but we know that. And you live in the spark of the moment.
Oh, I like that. Yes, I like sparks.
Spark in the moment, yeah. And whatever you do, you want to be effective in the world with whatever you do. And not just your personal world, like the whole world.
Yes.
Because you can see the bigger picture, yeah? Sometimes I would say, and I didn't know you were a lefty when I was looking earlier, sometimes I would say that your emotions can be a bit repressed.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you deal with them, but you deal with your any emotional difficulties in a practical way.
Yes.
Because that feels more comfortable to you.
Yeah. Throwing plates on the wall, is that practical?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That absolutely covers it. So you're not going to talk about it, you're going to do it.
Yes. 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 I am a whirlwind with my emotions.
Yeah, that would do it. Get paper plates.
Yes.
It's not the same. Is it?
Everything needs to be paper around me. Nothing is safe when I'm annoyed.
When you go off on, but exactly. Well, that's exactly what I mean. So you're going to go like this, and you're going to be, no, I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed, and then bang, and in a physical...
I would love to see my husband's face with you doing that. I would love to see what he is thinking or looking when you just explain that. He'd be like, yes.
Yeah, because you need to do that physical thing to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting down and going, oh, can we have a little bit of a chat about this?
Yeah, no.
That's not happening, is it?
No, it's not. No. But I only do it the once, and then I'm calm.
It's done. Then it's done. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. So, yeah, when I say repressed, I don't mean like deep down sorrow. I mean like you're going to hold it in and then you're going to go.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There's no in between there.
No. I go from zen to bitch in 2 seconds.
I like that, zen to bitch. He's a volcano.
Yeah, I am I literally am just so Lake Placid, and then I just go, woof. Yeah.
Yeah, volcano. I like zen to bitch. I like that. I love it. I love it. You can be a bit frustrated by rules and regulations.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And as well, quite intense. You can be intense when you're doing things, really sort of like intense. And you don't mind a bit of danger either, do you?
Oh, I love danger. Love it.
What else do you want to know? Or do you want to wait? We've done major lines, haven't we? We've done, you're a lefty. If I'm staring weirdly. Oh, here's something I didn't spot earlier. Should we end with something really nice? If you look at your lifeline.
That was all nice. That was all nice. Just because I'm a volcano.
This is really nice. Yeah. So you've got your lifeline goes down there. If you look, there's another one following on the inside of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Guardian Angel.
Ah.
I thought
really?
Yeah, really. Yeah. That's your Guardian Angel.
Ah.
Yeah. So even though you're a volcano, your Guardian Angel stands by you. Or not quite by you. Not quite by you, actually keeping its distance a little bit.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, your Guardian Angel is wary. No, I'm joking there. No, your Guardian Angel's there, all the way down. So all the way, and it looks like there's the one and with you for the whole of your life. So, oh, no, there's another one. There's another one. I think you've got a couple. Sometimes they come in and they drift in and drift out. So that might change by the time I see you. Because sometimes they might, you might have one that's there, and then there might be a time in your life when you need another one, and another one pops in.
I think that's my volcano moment when I need a few to put out the flame. I think they're all carrying their carriers of water going, he's going.
Yeah, that's right. But that's great. No, that's great. I mean, you've got super good lines on your hands. Nice strong lines there. Let's see if there's anything else that jumps out at me. Jumping out. God, I can't believe I talked for this long. You want to pick a fingerprint and I'll talk about it, or you feel done?
I am pretty certain that on my thumb it is a radial loop.
So where does it exit? Where's its gap?
It's going towards my fingers. The gap is towards my fingers.
Yeah, so that again, and I don't like to use the word ordinary, but that's really normal. That's yeah. I want a really exciting one.
Yeah, no.
What have you got that's exciting for me on your fingerprints? Or shall I wait until I can see them?
Yeah, wait until that'll be the next chapter.
Yeah, because that's a really big deal. It takes quite a while to do fingerprints properly as well, unless they're absolutely obvious. You know, I have to have a look at each finger and see what's relevant to what, and you know.
Well, I've got a cup and saucer on my shopping list for tea leaf reading. Now I'm going to have to put a magnifying glass on there as well.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions before I leave you lovely people?
Is there any questions for Eva? I mean, I love your energy, Eva. I'm so glad our paths have met.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's meant to be. I want to have you back again.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for you to do something. What about scrying?
I'll brush up on the scrying.
Yeah.
Give me a while because I've been.
Oh yeah, no, I am. I've got 2 people next week. I've got Hillary who's coming back for the Violet Flame. So we are all good for. Yeah, I'm not going to be like Wednesday. No, it'll be a few weeks. But if we can have you back and let's gaze into your crystal ball.
I'll find something for you. I'll find something we can talk about, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Belinda, she wants to book a session. It's so interesting.
Thank you,
Nikki, Eva has great energy. She's very uplifting.
Oh, thank you.
And Judy said, who knew fingerprints could be so interesting?
I love fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obsessed
people look.
Is the word. Obsessive is the word we're looking for.
Yeah. And people are just saying how brilliant you've done, because it's a vast topic anyway, palmistry. I mean, we've not even touched on, you know, the stars, the planets, you know.
No, it's massive.
It is massive. And for somebody to come on and talk about this without, you know, a physical hand to work on.
I find it really funny. It appeals to my sense of humour.
I tip my hat to you, sweetheart. And you've engaged us, you've kept us going, and that is that's the gift. That's the star quality there for you, sweetheart. That's the talent, is the fact that you've come on and you have gripped us. Gripped us by our fingers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, thank you for letting me play. And if people want to join my Facebook group, I think it's Eva May Mystic. Be lovely.
Absolutely. Good. Jump on board. I'm there. There we go. Adam's got the link up there now to join her group. Join her gang. Be in her gang. And any questions, please do jump over to her and ask her. Hold off, you know, drip feed these palm readings, and please, you know, understand the time and the energy that goes into doing one of these. So if you are going online wanting a reading, please do respect that. But if you want to meet this lovely lady in person and you are local to Exeter, then in the next few months when this is all over, I will be getting this lady down to do some workshops for us, because
absolutely brilliant.
You are amazing. Okay.
No, I'm looking forward to it. We'll speak soon.
We will definitely be in touch. We'll be in touch, Rita. we will let you go because you've worked blooming hard. And do you do a gin? Do you have a wine? What's your what's your poison?
Do you know, I've got such a low alcohol tolerance. It's like sober, one glass of wine, and I'm like gone. I'm useless.
Well, sweetheart, you can have 2 glasses tonight.
All right then, I will. Yeah.
You've deserved it. All right, sweetheart.
All right. Nice to see you.
Nice
Bye,
to
bye,
see you.
bye.
You take care. Be in touch.
Yeah. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Oh, thank you guys so much. Really sorry for Jane and Natalia for that, that you couldn't come on. But come on, get in touch with Eva and see what she can do for you. Okay. So I think I don't know if we've got any rum. If we've got some rum, I'm going to pour that into a glass. But next week, what does the lineup look like for next week? Monday, we're having a day off tomorrow. You guys have a day off with your crystals. We will connect with the crystals again on Monday. And I'll be bringing my balls out. We'll be doing some development on the crystal readings. So to join her gang, we will put the link up again. Volcano Man, have a word. Yeah, and I'm friends with Eva as well. But Monday, Development Monday, we'll be looking at that. I might have to select some people because really this is your development as well. So I might only do a couple of readings and then I will get you guys to come on board and to comment on the arrangement. I've done the spheres as well. It's to get your brains ticking over as well as mine. Tuesday, we might be having the night off because we've got the arrival of a very, very special guest. The general manager of ROX is coming to stay for 2 weeks. And then Wednesday, we've got the lovely Wendy Winstanley. She is coming on for a chat about her owls, her dream, her passion, and what she is hoping to move on to doing. And she'll need some help from us guys. So she's coming on Wednesday to chat about that. Thursday, I'll be doing a crystal topic / life after lockdown on that. Friday will be our normal market, 5 o'clock till around 7. And then Saturday, we've got the wonderful Peter Parker coming on board to do to talk about his spirituality and his science brain as well. I won't go too much more into that, but yeah, how we came on board with spirituality. So that's what we've got planned for next week. Hope to join you, hope to see you all. But for now, enjoy your Saturday evening, enjoy your day off tomorrow, and we'll be back Monday at 6 o'clock. So thank you all so much. Please go over to Eva, give us some support, whether you want your tea leaves read, whether you want your palm read, whether you just want to just have a chinwag with her. She's great just to talk to, bless her. But yeah, whatever you do, be good and enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much, guys. I'm having a rum. I'm going to make it a double. Good night. Bye. Thank you, Eva.